Bonjour class. Today's lesson is going to be on subject pronouns, les pronoms sujets, les pronoms sujets. That's French for subject pronouns. For some of you, this will be review. For others, this will be probably brand new. So just listen and follow along. There are two categories of subject pronouns. You have subject pronouns that replace singular subjects, les sujets singuliers, and then you have subject pronouns that replace plural subjects, les sujets pluriels. And we use these subject pronouns so that we don't have a lot of repetition in sentences. So, here is the first subject pronoun that we've already been using in class. It is a singular subject pronoun, je. Class, je. Je. Or you might see it look like this. Je. Je. And voyelle just means that means that the verb or the verb that's following it begins with a vowel sound. Remember when we learned how to say I like? J'aime. J'aime. You saw the J apostrophe. Or like je m'appelle, for my name is, je m'appelle, or je suis, I am. So, subject pronoun I. Then we have the subject pronoun tu. Tu. As in, for example, comment tu t'appelles? Or tu t'appelles comment? So you've been using it. Means you. And you use it when you're talking to someone that you know real well, a friend, a family member, or someone younger than you. Then we have the subject pronoun il. Il, which means he, or it can mean it. Il can actually replace nouns that aren't people, like masculine nouns. Believe it or not, when we get into the language a little more, you'll understand that. Il. That's why you have a picture of one little boy. Il, he. Elle. Elle means she. It can also be it. One little girl. Elle, she. On. On. Another singular subject pronoun. This on is when we use it for when we want to say, you say one, like when we're talking about things in general, like when one breaks the rules, one must suffer the consequences. But we don't mean anyone specifically, just anybody. When anybody breaks the rules, then you have to suffer the consequences. We typically say you in place of this, but French use on a lot. Then we have nous. Class, nous. We. That's why you have two people and they're pointing to themselves and each other. We. Vous. Vous. You've already seen vous. You've seen it used in asking how an adult is doing. Comment allez-vous? Also, when you ask an adult's name, comment vous appelez-vous? Je vous présente, when we want to introduce someone to an adult or to a group of people. Vous can either mean, as it is here, it means you, but when you're talking to more than one person, as in this instance right here. Then we have il. Notice the S, I didn't say it. I just said il. That's because most all final consonants are silent in French. They're there when you write them, but you don't say them. Il. And this is plural for they. Notice that she is pointing to more than one boy. Il can also refer to a group of boys and girls. Like this right here. You have a little boy and a little girl. Il. Again, il means they, but it can refer to a group of boys and girls or just boys. but not just girls. Elle, notice again the S. I did not say it, but it's there. It means they, and it only refers to girls or feminine nouns. So now the difference between tu and vous. They both mean you. So tu, notice it's referring to someone that looks younger than her, all right, or someone her own age, or family member or friend. Here we have vous, that refers to a group of people when you're talking to a group of people. So in other words, our southern y'all. When you have tu, you use it when you're talking to a friend. Quand tu parles à un ami or à une amie. When you're talking to a person that you know well. Quand tu parles à une personne que tu connais bien. All right? Someone you know well. Tu parles à un enfant when you talk to a child. You use tu. Quand tu parles à une personne dans la famille, when you talk to a person in your family. So, break it down. A friend, a family member, a child, someone you know real well. So that's when you use tu. Then you have vous. Vous, again, I told you that vous refers to you, meaning to an adult, someone older than you, like a teacher. So you use vous when tu parles à un prof, when you talk to a teacher, or any adult for that matter. Vous, quand tu parles à un groupe, like here, he's talking to more than one person, so you, meaning y'all in this case. Tu parles à une personne que tu ne connais pas bien, when you talk to a person that you don't know well. You would use vous. It's just polite. Then we have our subject pronouns, like I told you, elle, which can mean she or it, okay? And I told you that in French, all nouns have gender, either masculine or feminine, even inanimate objects like a chair or a pencil or a desk, all right? Every little thing, every single person, place, thing is assigned either a masculine or a feminine. So when you want to say it, for example, instead of saying a chair, une chaise, it's feminine, so you would use elle for it, even though it's an inanimate object. It's not a person. Then you have a masculine nouns, like crayon. Crayon is masculine, un crayon. So if you want to replace un crayon with it, then you would say il. It doesn't mean that you would say he for the crayon. It becomes it. Il is it for masculine nouns. If you have more than one object, like here we have two calculators, des calculatrices, some calculators. Calculatrice is feminine. Therefore, if you want to say they instead of some calculators, you have to use elle, plural, with the S. Then if you have more than one item in a group that's masculine, again, you have to use il, plural, like des cahiers, some notebooks. Cahier is masculine. Some of you from last year should remember what we talked about with masculine and feminine nouns. All right. Let's see if that's about it. All right, that's it for today on subject pronouns. Now, this is an activity that I want us to do together. All right? We have some subjects here, and you are to help me figure out what subject pronoun would go in the blank. All right? So we have Marc et Isabelle. And we want to say they instead of saying their names, Marc et Isabelle. Marc's a boy, Isabelle is a girl. So which do you think it would be? What subject pronoun? Let's look. Oh, it gave all the answers. Hang on. So it would be il plural because you have a boy and a girl. It means they. La table. La indicates that table is feminine, so you would replace it with elle, even though you're saying it's it. Mon sac à dos, my backpack. Sac à dos is masculine, so you would use il. Tu parles à ton prof. You're talking to your teacher. Obviously, you should use vous. Tu parles à un groupe. You're talking to a group. Again, you should use vous because you're talking to a group. Plural. You, y'all. Julie, a girl. Elle. Paul, a boy. Il. Pierre et Paul. Peter and Paul. Two boys. So il plural. Tu parles à un ami. You're talking to a friend. Tu, because you are talking to a friend you know. Un ordinateur, a computer, masculine. So il.